Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my beautiful sunflowers. How are you today on this Tuesday evening? Well, baby crone, what time is it anyway?
It is 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Wow, it's late. Well, anyway, you know why it's late? It's not too many times I get involved emotionally. But I am so rubbed up with this daggone Jeannie Ma and Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Like, is it G or J?
J.
A Jeezy. A Jay-Z. Jeezy. Well, whatever. His name is Jeezy. I'm not saying it as a disrespect. However, well, before I get in, let me say I hope that my people, my crones, munchkins, and sunflowers, I hope you had a good day. I hope that the sun shined on you, and if not the sun, the sky, just the atmosphere. I hope that, that the week is just starting out to be bright for you. I really do. And for all of the ones that are sick and shedding, hang in there. Hang in there. Things get better in the morning. That's what my mom says. So with that being said, let me get back to what I was saying. I was really thinking about Yeezy, and I was thinking about my tarot reading, and I was thinking about it is so accurate to what everyone is saying. It's so accurate to what everyone was saying to the point I feel like I have to say something. And what I want to say is there are so many dynamics that's facing this, but this is the thing that just got me where I'm trying to figure why is it triggering me? And I think I know why. It was just diabolical. It was just the way he orchestrated it, the way he planned it. It was like he watched her, like I said in the cards, it's like he watched her. He studied her. According to the cards, now that I see all these males was there, and when I saw that the first card was a male, when the males were there, I didn't understand. I know that it had to do with her family because she has a very, very strong family. But also, I didn't know that she was working with what it was, Mario.
Thank you.
And honestly, if the flirtation couldn't have been any louder, it is so clear that he adores her. And and Jeannie knew it. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes, you are correct. His name is Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez, is he Hispanic? Is he Mexican? Don't worry about it.
It's a good question with a name like that.
I think he's Hispanic. Very attractive guy, but listen. And so there you have Jeezy, as dark as night, understanding that his wife said that she really liked the lighter side.
Yes.
And here this man, Mario, putting his hand around her waist, trying to speak. And I'm not saying he was wrong, because a man can only go as far as you allow him. I thought Jenny was playing it off like, oh no, it's no big deal. And I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not saying I'm against Jenny, because I'm not against Jenny. I'm not. I'm just seeing things with my eyes. It was very, very flirtatious. Another thing that I peeked on this, Jeannie started talking about how she had an attitude, how she didn't know. When was these tapes taken? Because I used to watch her. What was it, Honey?
Yes.
I never heard her talking about things like this. So therefore, she knew. That's what I'm saying. She knew that there was a problem in their marriage. She also was putting herself out there too, as if she know, okay, I know we have trouble in my marriage. This is how I'm feeling in my soul. I feel like she knew. There was a part of her that knew that there was trouble with Yeezy, because he seemed like the man, because she said she didn't know she was angry, right? Mm-hmm. She knew she suffered with it, but she didn't know it was like really destroying people. And that day, she said that he looked back at her. So she probably was doing it for a while, from what I understand about most black men with money like that. He's a G. He a gangster. He's like the Godfather. Look how he diabolically set up his wife and his child. That's cruel and unusual punishment. No matter what she did, she didn't deserve that. Why? Because she is the mother of his child. And no matter how much, she's Asian, what that got to do with the price of rice? He married her. And it just seems like everyone looking at everything, don't look at the color of the skin. Don't look at their nationalities. We see that was a problem because I know Asians' family. I've been around them. And I know they feisty. It's just something about them. Look at them when they on TV. Sometimes the TV play them meek in these gangster movies or in these movies where, making them meek like they just scared. You ever notice they always in the all black neighborhood selling their goods? Ha! Think about it. So I'm telling you firsthand, who understand not the life of Asians, but I lived around Asians. I lived in the neighborhood with Asians. I grew up with Asians. I just know their lifestyle. And I'm telling you, if they take you in, they take you in. Jeezy hurt her deliberately. I don't know why. I know it has something to do with Mario. I know it has something to do with her attitude. I know that. I know it. And I know that it has something to do with time. And maybe by her working and the baby and the family, maybe he felt left out. Maybe because he's got something that he's holding. Because it doesn't make sense. He seemed like he's very, very meticulous about his money. So when he married her, he really married her. He loved her. But after 2.5 years, he got to really see who she was. And he's like, I want to throw that fish back. And I think he filed the divorce when he started realizing, this is not going to work with me. The thing is, he ain't even tried no therapy. He ain't talked to her. Maybe they didn't have many blowout arguments. And sometimes with some men, all you have to just argue with them once and they get out of control and they shut down and don't talk to you forever. They just go on do mode. What do you mean? I'm just watching you. They just stop coming around talking. It's all so peculiar because they went to Vietnam together. Something happened. And little by little, it's all coming out. But to me, the way he handled his wife and child, it was cruel and unusual punishment. It is nothing she could have did. I don't care if she had a sex with a male or a female and a three-way and a trois. I don't care. That's his wife. You don't treat your wife that way. The way she looks like a joke. You're trying to scar her. She's a laughing stock. All you hear is how, I want to be humble. All I want to do is be submissive. Well, clearly she wasn't submissive. She couldn't have been. When you got a temper, how? So all you hear is like all these things that she has said in the past being with Jeezy. Is that his name?
Yes.
And he know that. And all you hear 24 hours is the echoing of it. And all it does is rub up everybody and make everybody angry at her. Can you imagine what her ex-husband is feeling? Oh my God. He probably said, ah! So anyway, the thing that I'm thinking more about Jeezy is the way that he did it. The way he did it like he had never slept with this woman. He did it like he never even known her. He did it like he would do a hoodlum on the street. He treated her like trash. tumbling down the street as ragweed. And no woman out there in the world for any reason should find joy in that. No matter how much you hate another woman. We women, that's what you call love. Imagine if somebody treats you like no matter what she did, he had a right to come to her like a man, like a husband. He handled this like a child, a brat, like an OG, a gangster, that he had to go through this. Sad. But that's okay, because that's just karma. And whatever Jenny has done, that's karma too. Because I don't know how she was in her marriage. I don't know I wasn't following Jenny. I only follow Jenny now for the last I follow everybody for the last 6 months, 100 years. For the last year and a half. So I'm saying, sometimes this is how we learn. And I think that this is a blow to her ego. I think that this has humbled her. And like she said, she had an anger problem. I'm telling you, that will forever be fixed. Because now she learned. But sometimes this is how people learn, through the life of hard knocks. I am so sorry that she had to go through this kind of cruelty. Her and that beautiful baby. No, that baby, you said that baby don't feel anything. No, that baby don't feel anything.
Not
but
yet.
As that baby grows, that baby gonna know that daddy don't live home with their mama. And you feel that. Most of all, what you feel when you don't have a daddy in the house. It's like when mama say something, she final rule. You don't have nobody else to go to. You don't have nowhere else to have a rebuttal. So if you have a dad, you got a rebuttal. Even if he agrees with mom. That's if you're in a healthy home.
True.
Healthy is the operative word. Now, with that being said, I just really want to find out one thing. This is a quick read. I want to know what kind of man Jeezy is. Jeezy?
Yes.
If I'm saying his name wrong, Jeezy, Jeezy.
I know you would think it was spelled for G the way it's pronounced.
Because I'm thinking, like when I was little, you used to look at those shows on TV and it go, geez, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Like on Leave It to Beaver or something, it go, geez, Wally, or geez. And whenever you hear the word geez, it made you go, oh, crap. It made you go, oh, something up. Geez, or geez, why you do this? It always let you know that wasn't positive. And here this man that named himself G-Eazy.
Yep.
What's up? You understand what I mean?
What's up with
What's
that?
up with that? Jeez. Whenever my sister said geez, God rest her soul, she would always go, geez. Like, that is ridiculous, or you're taking too much, or you're doing too much, or it was always negative.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So anyway, let's see what Jesus got to say. All right.
Oh.
He's the moon. He has a very, very dark nature. And he has a very, 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 very dark nature to women. I think that he thought that Jenny would be different. I think he thought because of her culture, because of the way they dated, because of the side she showed him. Some men, some men, once they see in the room and see their wives have babies, they see it with their own eyes. They never want to touch her again. Some men, when they see that, and we just talking about men, this ain't about women, okay? But there's some men who get burnt by you one time. It reminds them of their past, and they shake you off just like deer shake off their antlers and don't look back. And he's that kind of guy. He seems like he's a gangster. He's got the cold heart of a gangster. He operates in the shady parts of life. This is the moon. He operates by his lower nature. I don't know what Jeannie did or what he thought of her, but he's treating her like he would treat a thug on the street. He treated her like, I want you to know I don't love you no more. But the thing is, he did love her. He did love her. No matter to what degree, he would have never married her if he did not love her. And that's truth. Jeannie, sometimes we could show somebody a side of us, or sometimes people can have mental ailments and people say, I can't deal with it. You understand? Well, it was that, and I know it was Lopez because, what was his name?
Jeezy.
Mario.
Oh.
Mario, he just seemed, it was so many things about it that I just felt that he was really making passes and Jeannie didn't do anything. And if I am a woman seeing another woman doing that on stage and I see you all bubbly and not even saying it, that would have bothered me. So let's see what's going on here. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And he could just got some kind of idea locked in his head. Okay. This is so deep. What I see here, first of all, we see the Wheel of Fortune. The next card we see here. Yesterday, the Wheel of Fortune was what? The Wheel of Fortune. This is the King. When I did it the other day, it was
the Queen.
The Queen, but it was still Jenny.
Yes.
She was the swords, right? Mm-hmm. And here we see the heart. Whatever it was, whatever it did, it just pierced his heart. Like it just soured him. Whatever it was, it don't take much for a person that don't want to deal with their shadow self. If you don't want to deal with your shadow self, you don't want to deal with no one else's. He came in this marriage broken. He had issues. She had issues. And when you with someone long enough, issues come. And another thing, you got to understand, they got married in a bad luck time. People that got married in COVID, not having a baby is one thing. It was been dangerous to me.
Yes.
But people that get married in COVID, you got married in a negative time. You understand what I'm saying? And it seems like a lot of people are breaking up after COVID. So many people. Go ahead, baby Crone.
It does seem like that. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of like that trend when we started going into COVID. Because you started seeing once a lot of couples were around each other.
You see, a great gathering. No, what you say? I'm sorry.
That when the couples came together during the start of the pandemic, it almost seemed like they were breaking up more because they were spending around too much time around each other.
Yeah.
And now maybe the exact opposite is happening here, where now that the pandemic is kind of lightening up, the couples are starting to separate from each other and not having time around each other, and therefore relationships are starting to break apart.
That is such a travesty. If I was in a love affair, all I would want, and I would want my partner, we just want to have time to be around each other for as long as we can. Why? Because we're so busy all the time. To have 2 years alone, shoot, that would have been heaven for me, but that's me. So anyway, in this reading, because I do see the King, I see that there is a great division between them. I think that there is a lot of prayer, like maybe they could work it out if they can get to talk together, and I'm feeling prayer. I think that the hurt right now is so bad. They are hurt, both of them. He's hurt maybe in his mind, he really probably thinking they had an affair. In my mind today, where I sit, I don't think that I don't know though. I just don't see, not even, why? Because she's contesting. So if you're contesting something, that means I think it gives you a hold off. I don't know if it's 6 months, 8 months, a year, I don't know. But it gives a hold off to do whatever you need to do. I think that if they could get to talk to each other, the thing with them is they were beautiful to look at. They were a beautiful couple to look at. Their skin colors, everything, in my opinion, they were beautiful to look at. And sometimes that's all you have is this. You never know what's going on in the inside. You know, everyone rushed to marry. Everyone rushed off to get married. I think marriage should, the way we do marriages in this country, we need to change the way we do it because it doesn't work. That's like a old, in my opinion, that's like an old way of doing things, although it's beautiful, but few make it. And it just seems like it ties up the court with foolishness and who get this and who get that. It should be a better way than this. What do you think? So anyway,
Yes, most definitely.
yeah, and I also see here that there is money involved. This is a hot mess. But anyway, baby, great. Ask me. I'm only answering like 2 questions because I just really want to see what kind of person he is. And I see that he's a dark person. He's a hurt person. I see that he's in some karma. And because of what he did, the karma wheel is going to turn bad in his favor. He's going to be in karma for what he did. This is the karma wheel. Like the karma wheel could be great and good. But this card led with, after the moon, karma. That's a karma wheel, the wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune is always good. And so whatever this karma is, it will be good in his favor. In other words, whatever he go through is going to make him better for it. Just like her. Whatever the karma will for her too is going to, whatever she's going through, no matter how horrendous it is, she's going to be a better woman for it. He's going to be a better man. He's going to learn that you don't do things like this. This is very, very, very cruel. And the universe don't like that because a baby is involved. And she was so proud. Why would you humiliate your baby mama?
Yes, my question is, how does Jeezy feel about Jeannie?
Right now, he's at a standstill. It's like here, the court, this is a black horse for me. This is what it's showing. He doesn't trust her. That's why he did what she did, because she's in a way to contest him. So he wanted to file first to get hands up on it. This is he was treating her like somebody he didn't know, like she's a deal that's gone wrong, and he wanted her to pay. This is terrible the way he did this. This is terrible, and he will come to see that. So yes, I think that he's just sitting it out. He's just sitting it out. He's just watching. That's what he does. He watch and study. He's a G. Go ahead.
My next question is, does Jeezy love Jenny?
Yes, he does love her. Yeah, he does. But not like that. Not anymore. And believe it or not, this may sound so crazy. It's out of love he's acting like this. Out of love. I know it sounds crazy. Out of jealousy, out of love, out of his idea, out of his illusion. He's acting like this. He loves her. He just forgot that he loves her. That's all. Because he could be seeing someone else. Because he thinks that's going to eradicate the pain. But he walked out on his family in a cruel way. And all he's trying to do is think about his coins. But my mother used to say that this is a spiritual thing, and I say it on the behalf of my mother. Not as much that I believe in it this way, but I say it because I know that Jenny is a believer. So I'll say it in the face of Jenny as my mother would say. There is a God that sit high and look low. Not cool. Not cool what he did. It doesn't matter whether I like Jeannie or love Jeannie. That's irrelevant. I'm so sad to see our black, beautiful men behave in such a disgusting manner towards women, and most of all to your wife. This is how cruel we have become. Our men has become this cruel. SMH.
My question is, does Jeezy know what he wants in a partner?
He thought he wanted marriage. But when he saw that it takes work, when he saw it takes patience, when he's saying that it ain't always roses and daffodils, when he see it ain't Skittles falling from the sky, when he saw that it's real and it's work, he got disillusioned and wanted to break his contract. But he knew it was wrong. That's why he let it sit for a while. He just wanted to make sure. So anytime he needed to pull it, he could pull it. What kind of BS is that? That's some chumps.
Right,
That's a chump move.
cowardly.
That's a chump move. And this is not even me taking up for Jenny. Jenny,
Yes.
even though I adore Jenny.
Jeannie.
Even, you sure?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes,
okay.
Jeannie
Even
Mai.
though I adore Jeannie. Jeannie Mai, I adore her. I do. I think she has a bubbly personality. I think that her negative is, and I think she gonna learn. She's got a lot of crow to eat. And my heart go out for her humiliation over this black man. And he's a black man. Blackberry. That she sacrificed what she liked to trust him. And this is what he did. Instead of showing our men in a better light, this is how he handles this. After she hails him before the world, I am appalled by it, personally. And I know a lot of people think it's funny, but you know what? Everybody's hearts move differently. I don't know where you've been or whatever going on, but as for me in my house, I just look at what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad, what is up and what is down. And right now, this ain't cool. And in this reading, it shows that he got karma to pay. Yes, he didn't like it. He got jealous. And I could understand his points. But instead of him wanting to work out through the arguments, even to work out through things like that, clearly he has stopped coming home. He could be in the bed of another woman, but wherever he is, he ain't happy. And now you're just going to throw your marriage away. I have a question. Is it too late? The last reading said it will not happen.
Okay.
Is it too late for them to have this talk now, to come together? Because they're going to have to talk through lawyers or something. Is there a chance for them to get back together of a reconciliation, or is it really too late at this point? Well, this is the Page of Pentacles. This is an Earth card. And in this card, it is saying that if they did get back together, it would be so hard to work because they would have to go through the terrain. It is a path. But if you look outside that path, it's mountains and hills. And he is the type of person, he don't want to go to the therapy. He don't want to do all that. He just want to live la la land in his mind. He just want the perfect wife. He want a Stepford. That's what he want. He want an AI. Is it what it is?
AI?
He want an AI intelligent that was at the football game or at the baseball game.
Yes.
Looking real creepy. Did you like that one?
Yes, that one was great.
So that's what he want. But when he realized, but all at the other side too, I could hear it. On one side, her goal was to be submissive. And his idea of submissive and her idea of submissive must have got crossed, because I'm sure that was one of the arguments, because clearly she was not submissive. Because you can't be submissive if you use the word F you. So the camera went out again. So as you see, the picture changed. So let me type this up and get it out as soon as possible. I think what Jeezy did is a fart move. Stinky, foul, bad gas. And it's not cool. And because he had a child, this woman wouldn't have a child by a white man. We don't want to look at it like, but she was willing. She had a baby by this black man. Proud. And this is what you did. Regardless, she loved you. She loves him now. You can see it. It could have been hard. I'm not saying that it wasn't hard. But I think he just was living in la la land. And I think when she met the real him, I think her love fell in cycles. I think for him, when he saw who she really was, it was just a turnoff. I think it probably was her mouth. And a lot of times when you're mouthy, men don't like a mouthy woman. Okay? So it could have been a lot of things, and at least she owned it. And she was putting her mistakes out in the world, saying she was working on it, and that he revealed these things. So Jenny knew she had Jeannie. So it is Jeannie. Mm-hmm. I dream Jeannie. Okay, so Jeannie knew that she had problems in her marriage, and she's got proof. She's been working on it. But where was he in it? Was he working? She was talking about it. She made him look like a god. And indeed he is. The god of darkness. He got a dark heart. You all could hate what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Because you treat a child like that. That child don't deserve that. And his mother, the mother, that's all I got. You have another question. They can do it, right? They can do it. He can change his mind. They just got to get together, but he's not going to want to do what it takes. And maybe the hurt of this is so deep that they cannot recover. But there is nothing impossible. But will that happen? No. Mm-mm. Because now she doesn't trust him. Mm-mm. And he don't trust her. And I could tell why. And I don't know how many times or what flirty languages they had and what he saw or whatever. It was enough. This man loved that woman. He did love her. Out of all the women in the world, he chose her. And I'm not going to take that from him. I'm saying what is right and what is wrong. He loved her. He did. And between her attitude, her family, and Mario, it was probably too much in the other thing. Whatever the other thing. And the going out and all the people and the people in our house, it probably was too much. And he probably said, bro, so I ain't used to this. This is why I always suggest, but why listen to me? I'm just an old card reader. I feel as though before anyone get married, y'all need to live together for at least 18, 19 months. A year is too soon. You need to go over the year. And then you negotiate when you think we're ready. And then that'll turn into another year until you think you're ready or you break up. And then nope, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Make a prenup in your relationship. Why does everybody got to go, oh, I just want to be I want to look like Snow White. And they want the big gown. You look, just all of it is just ridiculous.
Yes, the romanticization.
It's so romanticized and it's so overrated. What I know, I did it. But why listen to me? I believe marriages are overrated. I think that we need to come up with a new thing in a new way. I feel as though, yes, a lot of women get married to these men and a lot of people ain't gonna like what I gotta say. Yes, if y'all been together for a certain time, yes. But if you haven't done anything to contribute to this marriage, really, you had kids, y'all been together for 7 years, and this man is a millionaire or billion. No, we don't deal with millionaires. Anybody could be a millionaire. But I mean, a multi-millionaire where you own at least 50 million and above, or a billion, 10 billion, 5 billion. When you up in those numbers, and let's say you married, I don't know why. Well, if the man can make the money back, yes, I think the woman should get at least half. But if he can't make it back, I think all those things need to be negotiated. Anyway, I'm not even getting into that. Yes, baby Crone.
Yes, the overall number for the reading was a 9.
It's over. It's new beginnings, and I'm so sorry. And I know, and at the end of my reading, baby Crone, please, play it. At the end of the reading, I knew, because all she ever wanted to give her baby the life she never had. The dad, the mom, she wanted the fairy tale, and now it's all gone. And now the one thing she didn't want was her baby to become a statistic. Now her baby is a statistic. You know? All these women messing with these black men. I'm going to be honest. Can I be honest? I really thought that by these black men crossing over, at one point I was jealous. I was like, you know, these women, girls, you know, once upon a time, light-skinned girls was it. So no, light-skinned not good. Now, you know, we want the full Monty. We want the pale. We want it all. We want the eyes. We want the hair. We don't want to take off the wigs, and we don't want the locks, and we want the real deal. And so they go and they was giving their money. And I say this into Jeezy too. You go over there to them, and I thought, oh my God, they got it so good, you know. But then I look at Christian Rock, baby, who she fighting gonna read on her. Then I look at here, and I look at Kim, and I look at Chloe, and I just start looking at all of them, and not even the ones that we don't even know. And God knows the one that's famous. And I come to this: you're no better than us, are you? You didn't fix our brother's problem. You really thought that if they get with you, you the creme de la creme, the light-skinned one, the real white, the pure one, that you'll trap him and hold him down and give him his mixed babies and he'll stay. Many stay, but thousands leave and treat like what Jeezy did to
Jeannie.
like Blueface did to his baby mama. He used to, Krishan. I can go on about it. So now what I say, yes, that's why I feel sad. Because our black men are cruel. They can be, not all, but he's showing you what they like when they have money like that. I really thought that them coming over there to you, that they would change and be better. According to the rappers, Nick Cannon, you name them, they all the same. And it's sad to me. But that's my commentary. Don't judge me. Please subscribe. Thumbs me up. And most of all, tell me what you think about what I said. Don't judge me too harshly. No, I love black men. I'm just getting to a point, I'm thinking they don't love me. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, I love you and thank you for listening. And please, if I said anything to hurt your feelings, I apologize. So, and please tell me what you feel, please. But I want you to not be disgusting so I can put it on air. How about that? So with that being said, thank you for joining me and have a wonderful night. Sunflowers, sunflowers. Did you hear that? Sunflowers.